In the previous episode, Hein announced her health through a press conference. And knowing this, Hyun Woo's family and Hein's family as well as Hein's co-workers were shocked. Hyun Woo was very sad. His ex-wife suddenly said something like that. And when Hein was about to go to Hyun Woo, suddenly something strange appeared again. It was like she was in a flower garden and suddenly she fainted. Hyun Woo was there, hugging Hein, when Hein almost fell.
안 되는데.
Then Hein was taken to the hospital. And Hein sheds tears remembering things about Hyun Woo.
사랑해, 혜인아.
Hyun Woo panicked and wanted to accompany Hein, but the nurses didn't let him. Hyun Woo could only see it from outside the room. His heart was devastated to see Hein unconscious. The Hong family and the Baek family frantically looked for Hein at the hospital. Father, mother and Soo Cheol are devastated to see Hein's condition. When Byung-jae and Grace want to meet Chairman Hong. Suddenly, So-hee found out and asked them to leave. Byung-jae didn't accept it because her own son had moved him. Then So-hee's bodyguard forced her to leave the hospital. Byung-jae insisted she didn't want to leave, then she climbed the emergency stairs. Byung-jae begs So-hee to meet her father. Then So-hee allowed it and then told her to go straight out. They were shocked when they saw Chairman Hong sitting on his bed. Byung-jae immediately hugged her father. And she said to So-hee that her power of attorney was no longer valid because her father was aware. But when Chairman Hong saw So-hee, he didn't remember who he was. And that put So-hee in an advantageous position. The doctor explained that the CT scan showed acute brain swelling. Her mother was shocked and couldn't believe that Hein was suffering from brain cancer. Her mother was angry with Hyun Woo for not telling her about Hein's illness. Hein's father asked his wife to stop because they had no right to be angry. Her father apologized because even though her parents didn't know about Hein's illness. The doctor explained that Hein was suffering from cholesteatoma. It's a type of malignant brain tumor. These tumor cells have spread throughout the cranial nerves like a cloud. And the case is very rare in the world, so it is difficult to treat it. Hearing that, her father and mother were very devastated and felt down. Hyun Woo apologizes to his father-in-law for not telling him about Hein's illness. Hein doesn't want her parents to be sad. She wanted to tell them after her condition improved. Hyun Woo hoped that his father-in-law wouldn't misunderstand. Soo Cheol shows the amulet to Hyun Woo. He thinks Hein is sick because of the amulet. Because Soo Cheol was told to keep the amulet to weaken Hein's energy. Soo Cheol is afraid that because of the amulet she gets sick. He tore the amulet and regretted bringing it with him. Hyun Woo comes down and hugs Soo Cheol. And suddenly Hein opened her eyes. Hyun Woo and Soo Cheol were shocked. Because when he tore the amulet, Hein regained consciousness. Then Hein apologizes to Soo Cheol. And Hyun Woo asked him to call the doctor and family. Hein suddenly says she loves Hyun Woo. She loved Hyun Woo from the moment they met until now. Hein feels like Hyun Woo lasted long enough, so don't feel bad. If Hein hadn't said this before she died, Hyun Woo wouldn't have known her true feelings. Hein tells him now, because she doesn't know when she will die. Hyun-woo prayed a lot more than usual. If Hein dies, he will drink alcohol, sleep on the street and live recklessly. Hein felt that it was not a prayer, but a threat. So Hyun-woo asked Hein to stop that nonsense, because Hein won't die.
절대 안 보내.
Soo Cheol tells his family that Hein has regained consciousness. But his mother was sad and avoided her. Her father asked Hein not to worry, because he had many famous doctor friends all over the world. Her father says Hein should have told him sooner, because it would have been painful to keep the secret. Then Hein asked about her mother, which isn't there.
엄마는?
It turned out that her mother was crying alone on the emergency stairs. Hyun-woo was truly sorry for not telling her sooner. She felt disappointed with herself because she didn't know her daughter was dying. She didn't know anything about her own daughter. She couldn't believe she was taking out her pain on her own daughter. Every time the child wanted to hold her hand, she didn't take it even once. This is all her fault. She's the one who caused her daughter pain and stress. Hein, who was standing, listening to her mother, then came over to her. Hein says, "Is her mother a doctor?" Because doctors don't know the cause or how to prevent the disease. It wasn't caused by stress, so why was her mother so naive? And it's not her mother's fault. When Hein was about to leave, her mother held Hein's clothes and Hyun-woo left them alone. Her mother asked if Hein was very sick. Hein answered that there are times when it hurts and times when it doesn't hurt. Her mother apologized for not knowing Hein was sick. Her mother feels very guilty, but Hein says it has nothing to do with the way her mother treated her. Her mother couldn't live without Hein. Her mother asked Hein not to leave her. Her mother repeatedly apologized to Hein. Hein's secretary visits Hein at the hospital. She said she bought new clothes for work. She is very happy because Hein is back. But she will return her clothes again because she is shy around strangers. So she asked Hein to come back and wait for her. Hein can't guarantee it, but she will try. Her secretary says that Hein always says to make it work, so just come back. Hein says she'll be back soon, so don't be angry. Then the secretary gave Hein a hug because Hein had regained consciousness. Hein and Hyun-woo chat outside the hospital. But many people are paying attention to the two of them. Hein felt like they were pitying her, because no one had seen her like that before. And Hein asked Hyun-woo to love her in front of them. The first way is to look at Hein with love. Then Hyun-woo did it. He sat down and looked at Hein lovingly. And she seemed nervous when Hyun-woo stared at her like that. Hyun-woo continues to stare, and Hein asks, "Where is his arm?" Then Hyun-woo immediately embraced Hein and made people jealous. Hyun-woo meets Eun-sang. Eun-sang asks why Hyun-woo is still by Hein's side. How did Hyun-woo feel when he found out she was dying? Or did Hyun-woo hope she would pass on something? Eun-sang would give anything if Hyun-woo left her. Hyun-woo felt that Eun-sang was testing his patience and asked Eun-sang to leave. But Eun-sang will actually hit Hyun-woo. Hyun-woo swiftly hit him back. Hyun-woo said that he would always be by Hain's side forever. So Hyun-woo asked Eun-sang not to hope and leave. Hyun-woo is tried on charges of leaking confidential information by the internal audit team. Then Hyun-woo's lawyer friends come to defend him. Then the audit team will fire Hyun-woo for that. Then his lawyer asked whether the audit team had confirmed his identity, even though on the date mentioned when he leaked the information, Hyun-woo was no longer able to access the company's computer. Then the proof of Hyun-woo's signature was also duplicated. Hyun-woo's lawyer actually scared the audit team. For falsifying documents, they can be imprisoned for a maximum of 3 years. They hope the audit team will make a wise decisions. Eun-sang contacted the land blocker and asked him to get rid of Hyun-woo. And he agreed to do his job. The Hong family and the Baek family eat together. They celebrate Hain's return from the hospital. When they were going to grill the meat, Hain's father suddenly offered to grill the meat. Her father would grill meat for his family from that day on. They chatted about the white blood cells that Hain has. And Hain said that her white blood cells had increased a lot, and there were just a few more so she could have surgery. And her mother said that she had looked for information about her stamina and immunity. Hain should eat well, drink lots of vitamins and protein. Hain felt happy that her mother really cared about her. They enjoy eating together happily. And Hyun-woo also fed his ex-wife. After washing her hair, Hain was confused because the dryer didn't work anymore. Then Hyun-woo helped Hain dry her hair. Hyun-woo plans to buy a new dryer. But Hain says that Hyun-woo can dry it for her. He's also good at making curly hair, so Hain asks Hyun-woo to keep drying her hair. Hain asks Hyun-woo to stay by her side every day. She also asks Hyun-woo not to try too hard. Because Hain didn't express love to be treated better. She just expressed her feelings. But Hyun-woo wants to try to be better for her. When the doctor said that Hain would lose motor sensors and memory loss, Hain doesn't believe it and says that she is different. But in reality it happens slowly. Hain didn't want when it happened. Hyun-woo was beside her. When her illness gets worse, Hain wants Hyun-woo to leave her. Hyun-woo just kept quiet and didn't say anything. Hyun-woo told Hain to wait for him and he would take the car. Hain was alone while taking shelter from the rain. Then Hain saw Hyun-woo with an umbrella. Hain was a little dizzy and hungry, so Hain asked him to look for food. When they got into the car, there was a car following them from behind. He asked Hain to hold on and would outwit the car following them. And suddenly the car blocked them from the front. Hain is shocked and will contact the police, but he asked Hain to wait a moment. Then Hain saw the man who got out of the car following them. It turns out that person is Baek Hyun-woo. Then who is the person with Hain in the car? Hain was confused and went looking sideways. It turns out the person with her is Eun-sang. Thanks for watching. Can't wait for the next episode.